No, you're good.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? What's cracking? That's actually what I got to get myself soon. So I'm getting David Pistols his soon, and I got to get mine at the same time.
I wear mine every day everywhere I go.
I got to get myself one. I just did it because, like I said, my bad, y'all, I'm a little tired. Because I didn't want to, like I said, I like to make sure the team's straight first before I spend. That's just me, though. Now I wouldn't look down on anybody else if they had to look out for themselves first. But just I'm the type, like, when it comes for the record label, I try to do for y'all before I do for me, only because it's kind of like anything. If it's like this, dog, it's like saying I'm nobody's boss, but usually when you go to work, fools throw you a pizza party. Like, is that all we're worth? Like
Yeah.
now I'm not saying that, but it's the same thing when you see somebody how he's supposed to be a part of the same team. Not that fools are pocket watching. Now you off track because what we're talking about. First off, shout everybody, but just to make it a long story short is I just don't want it to seem like the team's like, damn, homie, are we even a part of the same team or just fool just does for himself? You know what I mean? So yeah, long story short, though, shout out Cali Media, shout out SR Broadcast, One Ground TV, Pod Productions, and the record label Spill Records. It's your boy Six Deuce. Shout out to Frank. Shout out to the whole record label. Shout out to everybody showing love up in here. You already know.
Yeah. Shut up.
But yeah, dog. Everybody knows what's going on right now. I want to talk more on what's recently been happening. You know what I've learned, dog? When there's no change or there's nowhere to place the blame, I feel like people start attacking everything. And one thing I'm gonna say, everybody knows how the Dodgers. I was talking about the Dodgers next. You guys are wondering on top of all the ice situation that's happening. But me personally, bro, I get a team's a team. It stands for LA. But like it's not the first time. Like the homie Bad Boy taught me the real meaning behind the California flag and what it means and where that came from and that probably tripped most of y'all out. Most of y'all would probably be like, nah, no way, that's not true. But I tripped out when he told me what it meant, and it makes you look at stuff differently. The same way, it's like I'm sure y'all know it's a long, old, tired story, but ain't nothing old and tired about it as far as the people that got hurt behind it. But there was whole communities that they misplaced. There was whole communities in Philadelphia and Los Angeles, countless nameless areas I'll name. They were owned by Black and Hispanic and other people, whatever terminology, because I hear people get all specific. Oh, we're not this, we're not Latino, we're not Chicano, bro. Our people, you know what I mean? Raza, there we go. You know what I'm saying? Is countless time they try to cover up where they displaced communities, that weren't in their favor because they were the minority. And that's why I find it hilarious when I was like, oh, do it the right way, or you guys do your own thing. Well, history has shown when we do try to do it, you know what I'm saying? People find a way to pillage and even modernize the way they would call colonization, because that's what that really is, dog. And I don't want to say the survival of the fittest, but my argument on that is just because you're stronger than somebody doesn't mean it's okay to overpower. And what I mean by that is that's like, okay, there's owning your area, whatever, war is war, time is time. It's happened for many years, many generations. Boohoo sad story. But it's different when you have knowledge. It's kind of like saying, okay, I didn't know this was wrong, but it's wrong and you continue to do it. So it's like, okay, maybe back in the 1800 in the beginning, maybe they didn't because people didn't even know have hygiene or have working utilities but we're in a modern time.
Right.
It shouldn't happen when we got all this technology and education and where we're at today. That shouldn't be a thing.
Technology ruined everything, dog. A lot. Really did.
And just to end my part on it, because I know you have some great words on it, is just that. So when people just need to take that second to realize that some of these people that you're telling, oh, do it the right way, this or that, we already know the system set up against them. We already know it's not made for any of us to win, but it doesn't make it okay the way they're dehumanizing people. So like that's why I don't care how many people try to vouch or say, oh, whose land it is or isn't. Dog, people are still people. We're way too educated and in a modern time to where if you don't realize treating somebody like an animal, that's not correct. That's not correct. I don't care who you are or what war you won or what you stand for, who you are. Right is right, wrong is wrong.
Not for real though. Hey, Terps in the building. Hey, I want to say though, big. I want to say, fucking, big shout out, big shout out to my members section, bro. I have, fuck, bro. I think I have like at least 9 members now, and salute to each and every one of you guys, bro. You know what, bro? You guys can spend your $1.99 anywhere else, but you guys chose to spend it on my channel, so I highly appreciate it. Just a thought, you know. Shouts out to Raider Tommy for joining the channel. Raider Tommy, he has a humongous following, and to be honest, I'm humbled, homie, for him to join my little channel being such a humongous creator, it really humbles me, dog, and that's truly appreciated. You know, it doesn't go unseen, homies. And I just wanted to state that, you know, for the viewers that come in, thank you guys all who have continued to subscribe and support the channel, you know, and everything that we have going on. You know, I highly appreciate it, for real. So
Shout out
thank
to
you
you,
for real.
though. Shout out to you, dog. Shout out to him. Shout out to ACB Chemistry, Terps, all that. But now, if you guys can subscribe right now to the homie, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the whole
Of
team.
SR broadcast.
You already
Spill
know.
Records. Subscribe to Spill Records. If you guys could do us a favor, go over and check out the label, check out the page, go subscribe to the main page. You know, because it's SR Spill Records and Cali Media are the main pages that we. Oh no, wait, and Underground TV. There's a few Underground TVs, but I mean, you'll see in the link in the bio. You'll see our names, so
One
you'll know that
underground
it's
TV, yeah.
connected. You know. Saludos to you, Frank, and Six Do stay up. Hey, stay smoking Taz in the
Shout
building.
Smoking
Salute,
Taz
brother.
too.
And I hope everybody is affected by immigration. Even if you're listen, if you're out there protesting, guys, be smart. Don't pick up rocks, homie. Do not do stuff like that. Let me tell you why. Cause facial recognition, they'll have your ass, dog. Them cameras that are watching the streets, believe me, they will find your ass. It might not be tomorrow. It might not be next week, homie. But they gonna come, dog, and that's a federal charge. So we're talking about if they give you 5, you're doing 5 flat. You're not doing 2.5. Nah, homie, you're doing 5 flat, like 10 flat. So I know there's a lot of anger going on and a lot of emotions, but we gotta think about it like this, guys. We gotta represent the Mexican people. We gotta show them that we're not what they say we are. Now we go out there and we just start breaking and looting, and I know the looters is not us, but think about it though. You know, if Six Deuce and me go out there and we start with a flag and we start throwing rocks at the deputies, we are just stabilizing and proving that we are animals and we aren't stable because that's what they say about us. So when you're throwing that rock, you're confirming what he's saying about us. Just remember that, homies. And I know it's hard, believe me, but sometimes you gotta play chess. You know what I mean? You gotta really know how to move in these situations because they want you to go burn shit. They want you to fucking Rodney King, LA riot, Watts riot. They want that because then they could say they are what we said they are. Now, you know, they could do what they want. You know what I'm
Straight up.
saying? Ice
Hey,
Cube, that's
yeah,
right.
never rat on your friends. So go ahead and read it, Frank. That's funny.
He said the only ice that's welcome in my city is Ice
It's
Cube.
Ice Cube. Bah,
Yeah,
la,
yeah.
blah. You
Hey,
know what I'm saying?
listen,
Yeah, yeah.
okay, so when my dad's from El Centro, right? Rest in peace. He's from a border town, right? So as kids, we always knew what La Migra was because we would hang out with kids that their mom worked in the field with our moms or our dads. So when they would come to the ranch, you know, we always knew what La Migra was because let if you live in a border town, you know when you were little, homie, and you're on the rancho, like, because my Nino had a rancho, right? And we would be out
Yeah.
there, gang of people, like partying, you know, like everybody, nobody, like people, like from work, you know, and of course there's some undocumented people. So us kids, we always knew we saw the white truck coming,
Mm.
La Migra, and everybody started running. So I mean, I get it. Los Angeles is not used to it, but I mean, growing up in a border town, like not like as a kid and visiting my dad, I learned that you know, like to when you're at Heber Beach, and the immigration would always come and try to check everybody. and then people be like, La Mira, and then fools would take off running. You know, that's just how it is, though. It's crazy.
No, yeah, like I know it's crazy you say El Centro because that's the first border town I got pulled over in. So like I know you know that a lot of the roads around there are like 80 miles an hour, like that's normal for around there. Well, being in the freeways right there in Cali, you know, the most you go like 75, 70 on some. Unless I don't know, you know, that's just why I be traveling a lot, so I be seeing all kinds. But me and the homie were very close to the border. Border Patrol pulls up on us. They pull us over. They're like, "Why were you guys going 60 and 80 mile an hour?" They're like, "That's way too slow. That's suspicious." I'm like, "Homie, I didn't know you could go 80." They're like, "Yeah, look at you. There's nothing but wide open road. Like, you know, 80's the minimum right here. Like, that's why they pulled you over." And then I had a Santa La Muerte necklace, and they're
Oh,
like, "Oh." So you know, off the bat, them fools were
yeah,
like,
that pull
"Oh,
over,
so
pull.
what? You're part of a."
Yo,
I was like, you know, the C word, and I was like, "Homie, don't try it, dog." I was like, "Bro, I just, you know." It is. He's like, I know what that stands for and the belief in. I
mm-hmm.
was like, look, bro. Well, if you know, I don't gotta tell you because I wasn't gonna say too much anyway, and that's not even what you think, bro. You know, that's what
Even
I
the
believe in God
Santudas
first,
too.
but that's what I believe in, right? So he was like, oh, whatever. And then he looked. They couldn't find anything. He was trying to make it a problem. And I think right there now, Centro weed still. I don't know if it is, but it was illegal. When he told me, he was like, "Yeah, dog. So you guys are smoking. Let me see if you're good enough to drive. We're gonna call a CHP over here, and we're gonna see if you're good enough to drive." So that fool comes, and what's freaking crazy because the time
What?
limit. While we were waiting for the CHP, them fools are talking. He's like, "Yeah, dog, my parents just got their papers." He was like, "Man, congratulations." He's like, "I know, bro. We worked really hard." And then follows with this statement on my kids. Bro goes, "Hey, but we still got to go pick up those 10 immigrants." He's like, "Yeah, I know. We got to keep them out of here." And I'm like,
Damn.
wait, what? And bros is brown as me, right? But we already know that there's a lot of that. It's crazy. But CHP comes, coolest dude is crazy because it's a white dude. Not that it matters, right? So we're over here thinking, oh, bro literally goes, wait for them to pull off. They waste my time all the time. All the time they waste my time. Wait for them to leave. I can't stand Border Patrol. So he waits, plays the part on everything I love, bro. It's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go. So they leave because they got a call. Bro's like, all right, they're gone. Get out of here. Like that, he was like, they're always wasting my time calling me for petty ass shit. They're like, I'm tired of this. They're like, weed, who gives a damn about weed? He's like, we're in California. And I'm like, that's crazy, bro. On everything I love, homie. So that
Every
tripped me
time.
out, and then we went home after that. That's all I know is because after that, the homie was like, "Nah, homie, let's go home, dog." He's like, "We don't even belong out here, fool." So we did. I ain't gonna say
See,
why we were out there, but we were out there.
when I used to go visit my dad before he passed away, I used to go to his house, right? And then weed's legal, so I would take bud from right here, from where I'm at, and go down to the valley, and I would always be like, I would leave everything with my dad because when you're coming back, there's two border checks you got to go through immigration. So like they always fucking tell me to pull over, like from far away. They're like, yeah, that guy right there, like all the time, man. Like they'll be like, pull over. I'll be like, fuck, yeah. And then they'll run the dog and shit. And I tell my dad, like, here, eh? To give him everything. I can't take shit back. And then I'll be like chilling for like weeks. I'll be like, I'm still good. I still got that. Because my dad, he was an older homie. He didn't smoke a lot. And he'd always tell me, like, he was always used to like the seed weed, because he's older. And I started giving him like the dispensary weed. And that food, man, I would always be like, here, Pop, I can't take this shit back, fool. I don't know why, but them fools be tripping at the immigration checkpoints. They be hella tripping. I don't know. I think you're on mute, fool. I think this fool's on mute. Is this fool on mute? Hey, you're on mute.
My bad, local. I was saying
All
I
right, I could
remember.
hear you.
I was saying that I remember that. My bad. I was saying about the bud. I know I'm only 25, but I remember smoking chronic stress, Arizona stress, the one that had the little purple in it a little bit. I don't know if y'all remember that, but I remember having some stress that had a little purple in it. I remember smoking on chronic that had a little bit of red hairs on it. I remember
Nah.
ooh, You know what I'm saying, bro? Hey, I
Oh,
used to look. I'm gonna say it like this, homie. Shout out my Uncle John. Shout out, look, if I'm not saying my mom or my dad gave me, I'm just saying, look, bro, they're like around your age, right? Which is still young, homie. And I ain't gonna lie, homie. Who you think got in their stash, fool? It wasn't their fault, but me and my little brother's nosy ass, we taking dog. Let me tell you, homie, they would have the best shit. So yeah, homie, it is what it is. And I remember, dog,
yeah.
my mom used to have like a pound, and I of the stress, and I used to go steal, or my dad would have the chronic, I'd steal from him, so that fool wouldn't even know. I mean, he knows now. Yeah, they know now.
Hey,
That was a kid, dog.
that
That was a
reminds me of my prima. Shout out to my prima. Hey, she like when we were younger, me and my little primo. She like we were younger, right? Like they were already living that life. Like they were already way older. I think she's like 4 years or 5 years older than me, so they were already active in the life, you know. And she'll be like, I don't want you guys doing drugs, so she'll buy us. She'll give us a gang of weed. She'll be like, here, you guys smoke this. Don't touch nothing else, you know. And like she'll always give us a gang of weed to smoke, okay? Like I don't want to see you guys doing nothing else. If you guys are gonna do something, do this and do it here in the backyard. And then she's like, I ain't playing with you guys. And she'll always look out for us. It's crazy. Now, dog, I'm glad I don't do drugs now, dog, cause fuck, dude. One wrong fucking hit and it's your life, homie. It's over. Fucking die right there.
no, you're not lying, dog. You're not lying, fool.
You
That's
hear
why.
about what
And you know what's
Lefty said
crazy?
in his latest interview? Lefty said that 2 times somebody gave him something that was laced with fentanyl. He said one was a drink. He said he gave it to somebody, he said, and then one was a blunt. And I guess he gave the weed to some, and both times those people got really sick, homie. And I'm like, whoa,
Nah,
crazy.
you know what's crazy, dog, is that you're not lying, fool, because exactly that, fool. It's not even just like for example, I'm gonna sure say, fool, not just yayo, not just this, not just
No, it's
that,
everything now.
like everything, fool. Because like, and this little off subject, but my daughter's a little too quiet. I knew it, fool. She was over there with a roll of toilet paper, just unraveling it. Oh my gosh, we good though. I guess we have a bunch of tissue now, but you know, dang.
Hey, fuck
Cost
it, dog.
money,
Dad life,
homie.
homie. It's all good. It's dad life. Fool. It's real shit
Yeah.
around here.
But not like I was saying that because okay, that's kind of like okay. So I try to tell my little brothers. I ain't trying. People like, oh, you're snitching. I ain't snitching, dog. If y'all know, if you know, you know about Telegram.
Irony fist cups, my boy.
You know, I shout Irony Fisticuffs.
That's the
If
homie
you,
right there, bro. Even though he's
oh no,
up
I
north,
know who
like
he is.
that's my boy right there. Palabra, fool. Shouts out to you, my dog, for real. And he's been a loyal homie, like follower. Like I like fuck fool for like at least 2 years now or 3 years now. Like solid ass follower, loyal homie, dog. For real, fool.
Nah, he is. Shout out
Oh,
to him.
later off the stream, I'll send you his business and then you'll know who he is. I don't know if he wants people to know his name, but I'll send you his business, dog. And hey, homie does some pretty nice graphics, real shit.
I have him on Instagram.
Oh, okay, you know what I'm talking about
Yeah,
then.
yeah, yeah, he's showing love. Yeah. But
Good
nah,
homie
yeah,
right
big
there,
shout out
fool.
to him, bro, and everybody that you
ACB,
had on here, you know. And I think never rat on your friends. Shout out to him, Barry Wood, everybody up
Barry
in
Wood.
here. HB Chemistry, Turbs, you know, Smoking Taz, all that. Sexy Piggy it says right there. Shout out to all of them. But I was gonna go ahead
Yeah,
and say, but like just to cut my story short on that end is if y'all know about Telegram, y'all already know
that's
what's
all we
up.
do around here.
You know, point is my little brothers, they
That
they would
coastal
be like, oh,
time.
I get hooked up off of Telegram, and I would tell them fools like, look, dog, I know you fools
Oh,
think you're
Rush.
getting good shit, but now fools are putting fentanyl on everything, homie, and everything. So you think you're getting one thing and you're getting another. So I would try to tell them, dog, you know, like they've stopped already, but like that's kind of like I try to tell people, like
Yeah.
just because you think you're getting a good deal, sometimes a good deal
Even the
could cost you
pens,
your life.
también, like the liquid pens, like those, yeah, they're starting to put it in that shit too. And you just gotta be careful, cause if you're doing drugs, I'm not knocking nobody, respect to everybody, but I'm just saying, if you're out there fucking around, be careful. That's all I'm saying. I ain't knocking nobody, cause I was once that fool out there fucking around too, so I get it. But nowadays, um, Yeah, shit's different, dog. Scary, real scary. I've already lost two people in the last 2 years. Ooh, blah blah. So I'm telling you guys from the heart, like it's not a joke. I mean, it's serious. You know, kids in high school get them vapes from. Yeah, guys, be careful, man. And I think they should ban. Like, honestly, like, damn, kids are like, I don't know, bro. It's a tough time we're living in, homie. I just think as parents, we just gotta make sure that our kids are aware of what's out there, homes. You know, and hope that we, as parents, show them and can show them good enough so when they're on their own, they can make the right decision. You know, that's all we could really do, homie. At the end of the day, you know?
I'm not encouraging kids to drink at all or smoke at all because obviously they're kids. But
Smoking,
I'm gonna keep it real, dog. It's gonna happen. It may happen, but I at least want to tell my kids that hey, number one rule: don't do that shit at all. Wait to appropriate age and try not to do that at all even then because it ain't worth it. And I don't know drugs, none of that. I mean, if they want to try bud and it's legal and they're old enough, they're responsible, cool. Um, Point is though, I really feel like I at least was taught if you ain't roll it, don't smoke it. If you ain't pour it, don't drink it.
for
Straight
real.
up. Straight up. That'll take you a long ways by not drinking and smoking at all. But it will for sure keep you safe if you follow those two simple rules, homie. If you ain't roll that shit and you don't know exactly where that shit's coming from and some random shit, don't smoke that shit. Don't smoke that bud. And if you ain't poured or you don't know where it's coming from and that shit look funny, don't drink that shit. Don't you know what I mean? So really, really stay sober. And this for the kids and adults. If you sober, you ain't gotta worry about none of that. Think about it. You don't have to worry about none of that shit if you stay sober.
See me, I get my weed from a legal shop or my one of my family, you know. But I don't fuck with strangers. When fools be like, "Hey, I got some bud on the street," I'll be like, I don't even smoke respectfully. I'll be like, "Cause fuck all that, dog." Like it happens, so it happens like this, dog. You know,
Yeah,
once you ingest it, you're dead, homie. That's it. It's over.
yeah. If it ain't from Dave's Bakery or somebody I know, I don't want it. Straight up. Shout out
Let
to
them
any
know where to
Dave's
find
Bakery.
Dave's Bakery at, fool. Let them know.
Hey, y'all go check it out. Dazed Bakery, Dazed Bakery Co. Dazed Bakery Co. on Instagram. They have medicated and non-medicated edibles and more. All legally, of course, in the state of California, based out of the state of California. Go check them out on Instagram. They're a good friend of mine, him and his wife. Amazing quality. Yes, I know everybody and their mama got edibles, but not just them.
Nah,
They have gourmet,
different shit.
gourmet.
Just go on IG and look at that cookie. When he's
Yep.
breaking it.
They have cakes, cookies, treats, pastries, coffees, lemonades, ice cream infused. They got it
Hey,
all, bro.
fool.
So if y'all
So,
want to tap in with them,
hey, I appreciate the 10 likes, homies. 10 of you, 10 likes. It's highly appreciated. Gracias. What do you guys think about that YouTuber who recently unalived that couple in Las Vegas? Overviews, homie. Shh. Moval in the building. Salute to Ruben. Salute, my G.
Moreno Valley. Shout out to
Hey,
Ruben
bro.
Sanchez.
That's the second time I've seen somebody get murked over YouTube. You know what I mean? The first one, you guys know who it was. You guys remember that one fool? I don't want to say his name and shit, but we're gonna let him rest in peace, regardless of whatever he was when he was here. But you guys know who I'm talking about. The fool that ran his mouth along got taken out at the tattoo shop, and I'm pretty sure you guys could put the rest together. He got taken out over YouTube too. You know what I mean? And then this Las Vegas issue, I'm like, oh, damn, that fool capped him on live stream, fool. Damn, dog. Hey
That's crazy.
guys, listen, views are not that important, guys. If anybody has a problem with me or the homie over views, you guys won. You guys won. You guys are the winners, homie. Hey, fuck that. What were we saying earlier? Before we gotta live for the baby shit.
No, yeah, like I was just trying to think right now to say like I haven't really heard too much of that, but what it was some fool. He was a influencer in Las Vegas or what? Like
Whoa. Hey, my boy, did you say Irony Fist? Cuz did you say the one that punked Gunner? Is that him? I was wondering if that was Sin City, homie. Is that him? If that's him, fool, that's fucking wild. Oh shit, my boy. I was wondering, like, damn. Hey, I don't know, dog. Clout will make you fucking do some crazy shit. Not me though. You guys just go look at what happened to Swifty Blue, homie. All because somebody was hate. All because an older person couldn't get a cut. Sadly to say, same thing that happened with the homeboy or the homie from Lennox, Sucker Free, rest in peace. You know, over allegedly money. Like everything's always over a couple dollars, homes. Like it ain't even like you don't have to plug somebody for $30, homie. Just fucking if you have to get down, homie. But to pull out a knife or listen, when you pull out a knife, homie, when you pull out a gun and you shoot, there's no process of like, should I do it? But when you pull out a blade, you have a couple seconds to tell yourself, no, yeah, and most likely it's gonna be yeah. You feel me? So
Mhm.
I don't know, dog. It's a fucked up situation. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't like talking shit to nobody online. And anybody who has a problem with me online, like creators, I just want to let everybody know, me and the homie or anybody on the label, we don't conduct any kind of social media beefs. We don't do that. You know, we don't go back and forth for views. We just here to talk ours, personal, me and the homie, and whoever has YouTube problems or whatever internet beef with us, we don't engage. You know what I'm saying? There is no beef, homie. You know what I mean? Really isn't.
Well, shout out to Walt only rest is trash. I'll just say, nah, yeah, like I agree
That's
with
true,
that
ruler.
fully. I've had to learn, like, all right, for a big example, no need to bring up names, but I have proved it even recently that like a lot of this shit's just internet, and if fools feel some type of way in person, they can pop off, and if not, we can keep it cordial because I don't make fake beef, and I'm not gonna sit here and crash out and smoke some fool or whatever it may be.
Right.
Put myself in a position to where me and my kids' living situation has to turn upside down because I'm making a split second decision off a couple seconds and ruining my life for years. Now, like I said, self defense is self defense. You gotta handle what you gotta handle as a man. But we're not out here hunting fools down over YouTube beef or what's
Hell no.
cracking, you know. But we're just like we're like men, like I said, because outside of all this shit, it's we're us. This we're not faking anything. We're not or being any different on camera. But that's why we try to steer away from that because there were even times I'll admit on my part, I don't want to put words in nobody's mouth. I may have want to say let it get to me because that's different when you let a fool get to you. But I was inching a little bit towards to where that ain't me, you know? And it's like if fools are that and that's their whole personality is hating on fools and being weird and trying to beef on the internet, let them have that because they're just baiting me into trying to give them content or
Mm.
problems that let's be real, half these fools probably be working for the fucking badge. Half these fools probably be right there snitching.
My dash. My dash.
Yeah, because if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I ain't trying to be right. I'm just trying to stay the fuck out the way.
Nah, bro. I noticed like shit. I don't know, dog. Like, okay, so what tripped me out? The protest in LA. Everybody who was throwing fireworks and all that shit. I mean, they got people's face, record, social media. Like that just told me enough, my boy. I don't give a fuck. Homie. That done told me that you can't do shit, Holmes. Like you gonna commit a crime, fool? They got your digital footprint. You're done. You're done. Real shit. You know. It's not like before, dog. You could. I don't know when. And I knew this recording shit. Like when you're out there doing shit, or like even if you're out there doing dumb shit, like if you're breaking the law, dog, they're gonna come. They're gonna know, and they're gonna come for your ass. You know. Yeah, dog. As it gets hotter, you're right, bro. The summer's heating up, dog, and it's not even summer yet. It's barely like starting. And hey, be careful. I want to say something to everybody out there. So allegedly, the 3rd and the 4th of July, ICE is planning a humongous. operation called Freedom Liberty of America, right? Where they're gonna storm beaches, parks, huge events, concerts on those 2 days. So if you have family members who are illegal, and this is no disrespect to nobody, I don't care if you're Mexican, white, Samoan, Haitian, whatever you are. This goes for everybody who's here undocumented, right? So those 2 days, you're gonna rush beaches, parks, events, concerts, churches. So be careful. You know what I mean? If you don't believe me, look it up. Operation Liberate America, it's called, and they're planning on sweeping up 3,000 immigrants a day, guys. They want to sweep up 3,000 a day. So be careful. You know what I mean? Just be careful. Because these fools are running up with masks and you don't know who they are, dog. And then they might run up on the wrong family, fool, and somebody might start unloading. And then what happens? You know? You just never know who's running up on you, bro. Think about it.
Yeah, food drones ain't no joke, food. Like I don't know if fools don't know either, but
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say too much. It ain't just the feds, but how do you think other fools? You think fools know where you're at just cause? Nah, fool, I'm telling you, fools are getting smart. They're using drones to creep up on their ops, and I'm telling you, fool. And if you don't think they ain't doing it, imagine with the feds. The feds right there with a drone on top of
Nah,
that drone
fool,
watching
like,
all you.
you know when you're in your neighborhood and you see those little black cameras here in California? They kind of look like this on a black pole, and it has a solar panel. Oh, if you look into what those cameras are facial recognition. So
And
they
if
could,
you,
if you unload or you commit any crime,
you'll hear
or
it.
as you're passing those cameras, it's picking up data on you, who's in your car, your license plate, what time you were in that vicinity, what time your phone was in that vicinity. So if anything was like anybody, if you look at, like, just go into your neighborhood and look like in a high rate where there's a lot of activity, you know what I'm saying? And you're gonna notice that there's a lot of those black fucking poles everywhere. And you're gonna trip, phone, like, oh shit, what the fuck? You know?
So I wish I was born in the '60s, dog. I say that fool because that man, a time, what a time to be alive with not too much technology.
Hey, for to be honest, like my loved ones who have passed away, I'm like, man, it's a scary time to live in right now because everything is getting facial recognition, homie. You, it's crazy, dog. I don't know.
I
They
just
say
know,
AI is taking over.
hey, I just about to say that. I just know that everything's damn near AI now. I mean, it is what it is, dog. I just know that I'm glad that I stay out the way because that I think that's the thing, fool. I gotta learn that you know what? Let these fools be tough and trendy. Let these fools be because when it's all said and done, when these fools are locked up, and I'm not wishing jail on nobody. I'm keeping it really what it is now because this is the thing now. It don't matter how slick or tough you are, dog. They're sending motherfuckers to super prisons now. Call me, scare me, call me what?
I'm good.
They got drones now. They bro. So you may think you tough for a little bit for a year, 2 years, but when they catch up and my feet are kicked up because I'm chilling, staying out of drama, and they can't take my check because if it's legit, which ain't no it, we gonna be legit, and that's what we doing now. Hey, homie, let the best man win, homie. Cause I don't wish jail on nobody, homie. But that's just the truth now. We don't live in times to where for you better be really good at whatever you do because, dog, they watching you from every corner. There's smartphones and iPhones in everybody's hands. There's freaking literally systems to catch gunshots, systems like you said, the facial recognition. They got them everywhere, bro. So it's like people are not understanding that there's a lot.
You might get away that night, but you're not gonna fully get away with it, homies. Now, listen, if you drive down your street and you look at the stoplights, you're gonna see tiny little cameras, and they say like you'll see them, homie, and that shit's focusing on your car, your license plate, who's in your car, like it's gathering all the data it needs, and that my best advice is Don't commit crime. Stay out the way. Get yourself healthy. Get yourself like, if you don't know how to defend yourself, learn self defense. Number one. Uh, and I would say run a lot. Get your cardio up because that's the most important thing. Is your heart, your cardio, your wind. If you have wind, you can possibly survive some shit. You feel me? At the end of the day, that's really what it's about. The wind. I don't care, dog. Who's come out swinging? Oh, and then next thing you know,
Yeah, as long as you
yeah,
defend yourself.
I'll just say though, like I used to skateboard a lot. That's how I broke my hand. That's why I stopped skateboarding. But I used to bomb big ass hills, and I used to go to San Diego just to bomb hills right there, me like in Escondido and shit like that, just to hit the hills because they have
Yeah.
some big ass hills over there, dog. And when I broke my hand, I haven't skateboarded like a lot no more because hey, Kobe, fucking dog, I'm in the back. Yeah, Dodger Stadium. Hey, yeah, man. I don't know, bro. It's a uphill battle, bro. It's gonna be regardless. I know ice is. I don't know. It's gonna be crazy though. If it doesn't stop, things are gonna get worse for sure. You know, and that's what sucks.
I just know that there's there's a look. People can say what they want, but this is what's hard. The government is so good at deceit. Like I just seen it. It's not just movies, but it's like if you really, really, really think about it, nothing on this earth belongs to nobody but God. We don't take none of this with us when we go. I've been saying this. The homies, Dreamer BGS knows he says this, and it's like technically everybody and their mama are immigrants. We're all immigrants if you really think about it, dog. Because at one point, the only people that were really here is unless you were first born of the land, like the natives. Everybody's immigrants. You know what I'm saying? Natives are the only. That's native to wherever,
Well,
wherever is native to every area geographically. I just feel like those are the only people that have the right to say anything because technically we're all immigrants, dog. We're all immigrants unless we're all, So
like my dumb ass. Listen, I'm dumb, right? So I started going back to school, right? But I didn't go to school as a youngin. So when I recently went back to school and completed history and like started world history, there's three different sections you got to learn, right? And if you learn about the colonization and how it happened, and you really start to find out who was here in the books, it's in the book who was here first, who snatched what, and I can't say it on here because it has a lot to do with women and children, right? But I don't want to get into all that. But I don't know, dog. I don't know. It's crazy. Just read the book. That's all I can say. Read a book.
Snoop's
Learn,
uncut.
learn a lot.
Nah, yeah, but that's the solid truth, and that's all I'm trying to say is that
Yeah.
there's more than meets the eye. Because here's what we're stuck in. We're in a constant loop. I feel like maybe not everybody, but mostly everybody.
My little TV in front of me. Fucking hot, man. Is it me? Oh, yeah, never know. Hit me in the building. I'm not sure what happened, fool. Let's wait a little bit. Snoop was cracking. Is it me or is it a lag? I don't know. wrong with y'all though? Maybe it's me.